The avatar is the master of 4 elements: fire, earth, air, and lastly, water. But today we are not talking about the elements of the earth, but rather the 5 elements of genetics. Alright, my name is Taki, and today I'll be your air nomad tribe leader. Namaste. Alright, let's talk pedigrees. We have to get a foundation first. XX is female, XY is male. Now we move on to the sample pedigree. As you can see, some are shaded, some are not shaded. If they're shaded, that means they're affected by a certain trait. If they're not shaded, they're unaffected. Affected, unaffected, affected, unaffected. In the sample pedigree, as you can see Roman numerals on the left side, and that is labeling of the generations. Then the generation breaks down into the participants in each generation, and those are in Arabic numerals. Now, let's talk about the 5 elements of genetics. You have autosomal dominant, autosomal recessive, both of which are on non-sex chromosomes. For autosomal dominant, you can have a big A, a little a, or big A, big A. Autosomal recessive, little a, little a. X-linked dominant and X-linked recessive are on sex chromosomes. For X-linked dominant, a female will have 2 X's, one big R or one little r, or they both can be big R, big R. And then for the male, X with a big R, and then a Y. X-linked recessive, 2 X's for the female, both have to be small r. Or for the male, 1 X with a small r and a Y. Y-linked, X, Y, and the trait is on the Y, which means the trait can only be passed down to the sons. All right, what mode of inheritance or genetic element is the avatar pedigree? And that's what we'll know next. All right, here's the avatar pedigree. Right off the bat, we're talking about eye color. Blue-eyed is recessive, brown-eyed is dominant. Recessive, dominant. You may pause at the punnet squares and compare it to the following offspring. Okay, as you can tell, this is not Y-linked because the sons don't have it. It checks off here, but it does not check off here or here. All right, this is the avatar pedigree. This is for autosomal recessive. As you can see, the first punnet square checks off, claiming these 2 will be blue-eyed. However, for this one, it claims that every single person will have brown eyes, but as you can see, the males do not. Back again, and now this is autosomal dominant. As you can see, the first punnet square claims everyone will have blue eyes, and that checks off. However, the second punnet square claims that every person will have blue eyes, but that's not the case. Last thing is X-linked dominant. As you can see, based on this punnet square, it claims that the following offspring will both have blue eyes, which checks off. However, when you look at these 2, when they mate, every single person should have blue eyes, but that is clearly not the case. Thank you for watching. Namaste. And now for my final trick.